Hey guys, Brad Gilmore here. Want to give a big shout out to our title sponsor, Walker Texas Lawyer. If you or a loved one have been injured in an accident, whether that be a car, truck, motorcycle accident, or some kind of other issue, hit up Walker Texas Lawyer at 713-552-1117 or walkertexaslawyer.com.
Oh, Brad, what have you done now?
Broadcasting live from Houston, Texas, and around the world. TV host, best-selling author, and radio personality Brad Gilmore brings you a collection of conversations with stars from movies.
Matthew McConaughey.
Brad Gilmore.
Mark Wahlberg.
Hey, how are you?
The legendary Mr. Christopher Lloyd. Christopher, how are we doing?
I'm doing good. Great introduction.
Jessica Alba and Lizzie Mathis. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Kevin Costner joins us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Television.
Jimmy Fallon joins us this morning. Jimmy, how you doing, my friend?
Good morning. Thank you so much, Brad, for having me. I appreciate this, bud.
Kelly Ripa.
Brad, thank you for having me.
Comedy.
Jay Leno joins us. Jay, how you doing?
Hey, Brad, what's going on?
Chris Tucker is in the building. Chris Tucker, good morning to you.
Hey, Brad, and good morning to you. How are you?
George Lopez joins us right now. George, how are you doing, sir?
Good morning.
Music.
Lola Monroe.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
The legendary frontman of AC/DC, Brian Johnson, joins us right now. Brian, how you doing?
Good morning, Brad. What lovely to talk. You me funny lad.
Megan Trainor.
Thank you so much, Brad. You're awesome.
Chloe Bailey joins us. I appreciate the time.
Appreciate you.
And more. This is The Collection. Now your host, The Boat.
Brad Gilmore! And he's joining me right now to talk about Kimberly Akimbo that is playing at the Memorial Herman Broadway at the Hobby Center. Of course, September 16th through the 21st. You can get tickets at thehobbycenter.org. He is the one and only Mr. Jim Hogan. Jim, how are you, sir?
I'm great, man. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Hey, look, so let's dive right into the show. You know, this is a show that's won Tonys. It was named the best musical of its season back, I think, in 2023. Talk to me, for people who don't know about Kimberly Akimbo, what is the kind of setting of this show if they want to buy a ticket and come see you?
Absolutely. Kimberly Akimbo tells the story of Kimberly Lavaco, who's a normal 16-year-old teenager living in New Jersey. She has one exception to the rule. She has a rare fictional genetic disease that ages her 4 to 5 times the normal rate. And so she's dealing with all those kinds of things that come into the play of a 16-year-old. With, you know, a lot of people tend to think of this as, like, I've heard connections to Jack or backwards Benjamin Button or things of that nature. So it's a hilarious, heartfelt story following a teenager dealing with those circumstances.
And you play Buddy in the show. What can you tell us about Buddy and who Buddy is akin to this story?
Buddy's Kimberly's father. He is a fun, lighthearted, kind of a life of the party kind of guy who deals with some vices, and we see that in the show and how that kind of deals with Kimberly's struggle. She has a zany, wacky, hilarious, but also kind of dark family. And so this really does have, like, both kind of elements of hilarity and heartfelt, kind of themes. And so Buddy's very important to Kimberly's story, and I'm very lucky to get to play him.
So what has been your background as far as prior to being in Kimberly Akimbo? What brought you to the stage originally? What are some of the early works that you were a part of?
Wow, that's cool, man. Yeah. My sister got me to the stage. I watched her in musicals in high school, and I was kind of fascinated by the art form. I just thought it was really cool. And so I started singing at a young age. And then I went to Penn State for musical theater, and I was lucky enough to tour in things like Spring Awakening, Phantom of the Opera, and Waitress. But this was my Broadway debut, Kimberly Akimbo. So I'm very lucky to I've been a part of it since the original cast in 2022. And now getting to play Buddy on the road. This is my first time in Houston. It's just, it's all very cool. Yeah.
Well, okay. So since you've been with the show since the get-go, and been playing Buddy, how has Buddy evolved and progressed and changed in your portrayal of it throughout these seasons? Or is it still, you're very much kind of what your first read was on the character, you stay true to that?
You know, we've had a very cool experience with that. I was the standby for the role of Buddy in the original Broadway production. So I would go to work every day, 6 times a week at the Booth Theater, and occasionally perform in the event that Steve was sick or on vacation or anything like that. But so, the what was cool about the touring production is that when we entered rehearsal on day one, we have an incredible creative team and everyone's super supportive of each new actor. And they kind of came in and said, listen, we are more than down for you to put your own spin on this thing. We've also been working on this for so many years that there are certain times where things that we've explored are going to be the correct way to approach these characters. And so it was a nice, like, half and half kind of world where we got to bring ourselves, but also like stay true to the original Broadway production. And that's honestly kind of all you could ask for in this particular situation.
Well, I mean, I was going to say that's kind of a bit of a dream, I think, as an actor,
Yeah.
because, like, say you come to an established role like in Chicago or, another huge musical on Broadway. You come in and you really can't. There's not that much wiggle room because it's like, no, I want to see Billy Flynn. I don't want to see this guy's take on Billy Flynn.
You're exactly right, man. And so it is not always the case, and therefore we do feel really like lucky to get to bring ourselves to these roles.
And what's fun about touring is obviously you're getting different crowds from all over the country who are coming to see this thing, and I always find it fascinating. Maybe this happens, maybe it doesn't. But do you find that people in different places react to the show differently? Like, are there certain moments where people laugh that normally you don't expect to laugh, and it kind of throws you for a second?
It's my favorite part of touring with this show in particular. Each location has a completely different reaction to this thing. And it is fascinating and super fun as actors to kind of see where laughs are going to change, where beats are going to change, where audience might like gasp in a moment that they hadn't prior, right? And so this show is so true to New Jersey. So when we were doing it in New York City, there was a ton of laughing at like names of cities in New Jersey. But here in Houston, people might not even know about that, which is totally normal. And so it is fascinating to see the development between audiences. It really makes our jobs really fun.
Well, because I feel like, and maybe this is too big of a comparison, but I think that's true. I find that what people like yourself does, a touring Broadway act, is very akin to that of an athlete in the sense of like an NBA player. These guys are on the road 82 games a year. They're playing 41 at home. So 41, they're not in their bed. They're going to a different city, catching a plane, trying to figure out where's the parking for the building? How do I get there? Where do I eat? Maybe the bed's not that soft. And you really, though, your instrument is your body and your performance. And you have to figure out how can I give the same or as close to the same performance every single night, even though my conditions are completely different around me.
You said it, Brad. I mean, it's like we have no idea what we're going into. Luckily, we have a great management team who outlines our accommodations, our gyms, our local grocery stores, right? We get like a sheet, like a one sheet that has all this super helpful information. But at the end of the day, you're just kind of left to your own devices. And so I've never really made that connection, but like you're not wrong, man. I mean, I am not, throwing myself at 400-pound linemen every day, but I am kind of like having to figure out what I'm going to do beat to beat to make sure that my voice and my body is healthy enough to perform this 8 times a week. So you're totally right.
So what is the like the pre-show routine that you normally have, Jim Hogan? Like, do you have a set, like I got to do this, then this, then this to get ready to be Buddy, or what is the what does it look like on the day of for you?
Yeah, well, I've been a singer for a very long time, so I take my voice very seriously. I have a thorough vocal warm up, and I also am very precious about my hydration and my sleep. I find that those two things are the most important for me when performing any musical, but specifically Kimberly Akimbo, because I'm doing a lot of yelling. I have increased volume in this particular performance, which is not necessarily something I've had to do before. And so this has been a challenge and a learning process, but a really fun one at that, I would say.
So when people come in and see you, night after night, you're doing this show. Obviously, no two shows are the same.
Right.
The timing is always going to be a little bit different. It's always going to feel just slightly ever so different from show to show. It's going to have those small variations. As an actor, when you go out there and something happens within the moment that feels like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what we've been trying to get to in this rehearsal, and we finally hit it. Is that just, it doesn't get higher than that? Because in the crowd, you have that instant feedback, that audience right there who gives it right back to you once you know you hit it. It's got to be the best feeling.
You nailed it. You nailed it. You've been nailing this whole interview. I think that that's what keeps me coming back is the magic of like working and working and trying. And, like when you finally achieve it, there can be various responses, just like we said. Like, if there's four of us on stage doing a scene and we've been trying for weeks to kind of nail this one thing, and then we feel like we nail it, and then they might just be silent. You never know what you're going to get. And that energy, I think, is what has had me addicted to this art form for 20 years now. Yeah, for sure.
Well, for me, and I don't do anything close to what you do, but even like before the countdown, before the cameras come on, is my favorite time, the 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. And then when they say we're all clear, that's my second favorite moment. I think everything in between is like an autopilot. You're not sure what's going on. When they close curtains at the end of the night and you get to standing O, hopefully here in Houston, you're going to get it every single night, twice a night if they could do it.
Right.
What is that? What is that feeling? Do you go, okay, I'm done? Or is it, I got to go get some sleep. I got to hydrate because I got to do this tomorrow.
No, you're right. I mean, a lot of times it is just like go home, water, sleep, kind of like things to make sure you're ready to go. But at the same time, because we're touring, we want to see what the cities have to offer. We want to find the barbecue spots. We want to find the cool dive bars. We want to like experience everything that each unique city has to offer. And so it's a balance of both, I would say. Here in Houston, we have 2 shows on Saturday and Sunday. So those would be our more restful days. But the other times, if we just have one show and not too much else going on during the day, that's our kind of opportunity to explore and things of that nature. And so I think that's what kind of keeps us excited, right? In addition to doing the 8 shows per week.
Man, you know what? It's an incredible thing that you actors do, especially when you're touring in a Broadway musical, no less. You have to bring it every single night, and you're bringing it right here to Houston. They can get tickets at thehobbycenter.org or at Broadway at thehobbycenter.com. Make sure y'all check out Kimberly Akimbo. I can't wait to see it myself. It's here through the 21st. Jim, thank you so much for joining me today. It's been a pleasure to talk to you. Congratulations on the show, all your success, and hopefully we get to do this again.
Pleasure's all mine, Brad. Thanks for having me.